Good morning, everyone. We appreciate you jumping on here with us on this beautiful Friday. I don't know where you're at in what part of the country, but it's a little chillier here than normal. Well, I guess it's more normal. We've had a hot fall here. Yeah, it's great to be with you all here today. We want to talk sitemap and we want to talk about printing jobs here. We started off the series with exporting, how to get information and data out of the sitemap platform. The second week we did importing. Looks like to bring in, outside as-built information. And this week, the third session we have is how to print jobs in sitemap. So excited to be here with you today. We do have some housekeeping stuff here to go over. So we're going to go through just a agenda here. We're going to go step-by-step process on how to print jobs. I'm going to go through a live demonstration and then also go through a Q&A here at the end. So really straightforward process, about 15 minutes. And yeah, excited to be with you here. So a little bit about the Demio platform for those of you that are joining that have not used it. It's a great platform, but if you want to ask questions, you can click on the bottom. You'll see a little message icon. That'll pull up the chat, and you can actually submit your questions right there, right into the chat. We'll answer those as they come in, or we can actually bring you in live. So you'll see an on-stage prompt in the system, and you'll be able to go live at that point there. So yeah, either way, we'll see how that goes with the questions, but feel free to bring those in, as we go here. So before we get started, though, we do want to ask a few questions, and just kind of get some feedback from the audience, kind of see where we're at. But honestly, we just want to kind of know, how does your team use sitemap? We have a few options here. There's a little poll that got submitted here. So if you'll just answer that, I'll give it, about 20 seconds. And we'll see kind of what we have here today. So it looks like we have some information coming in here. So we have 4 users that have used sitemap, so that's really good. I don't have anybody that haven't used it at all. So, there's one. So it looks like we have a good mix of, people that have been in the platform, users. We have some non-users. So all of it's good information, whether you've used the printing feature or not. We'll go through a step-by-step process. Maybe you've used printing in the past, and I can show you a couple of tricks and some pointers, in the demo there. So second question that we have for you. You can flip the screen here to the next slide. So those of you that have used sitemap, what is your favorite feature? So we'd love to know kind of where you're at as far as what features you're using, how you're using the platform and all that. But what's your favorite feature? It'd be awesome to get that feedback and kind of see where the group's at. You can submit those questions right there just type your answers in the chat there. I see some all past jobs shown, zooming in on the map, photos. We have a little bit of everything. So that's really good. Yeah, the map viewer is just awesome. I mean, I use it, in my role every day. I'm in there looking at certain jobs and clicking on getting information out. Our field team is constantly in there using some of the features as well. So yeah, up-to-date images. Yeah, so we have there's a little camera icon on the screen that you can click on and get those photos. Those are really valuable with our field teams taking pictures. So yeah, a lot of great feedback. So we'll move on here. So how do you print jobs in sitemap? So the process of printing jobs is honestly pretty easy. It's a few simple steps that we'll go through. But you can really customize your different views, and there's some things you can do with it. So those of you that have not used printing, I'll go through, a step-by-step process here and kind of walk you through it. So the first thing, so there's six things that we're going to go through as we go through the demo here, but we'll talk about customization. So there's some things you can do with some views. There's some things you can do with different coordinate systems and things like that. But there's really as you set it up, there's really two types of printing. There's a basic function, which basically just gives you a screenshot. So really whatever's in view of the screen that you're in the print feature, that's what will actually render and print on the drawing itself. So you'll get a little legend, it'll color code everything. It'll have a nice explanation of all that. The other way to print, and what I'm really going to walk you through and really show you, is the advanced settings. There's some really cool things that you can do, some ways to make the information visualize a little bit better and all that. So we'll take you through advanced settings as well. So the 6 steps start with choosing what part of the job that you want to print. So I see some users that love zooming in on a map. You'll do the same thing in the print function, where you'll zoom in on a section of the site, get your view, and then you will go through and start going through some of the options here. So the next option that you'll have is what orientation to print. What I would recommend is the majority of your printing should be done in landscape. It fits our template a lot better. You can certainly use normal portrait, but I would recommend it just fits our 11 by 17 a lot better if you're trying to save or print a PDF map there. So the next step, you'll go through and you'll change the size and scale. So this is a feature that's actually available in the customization, where you can create a print box and you can make that thing as big or small as you need. But this allows you to really get a custom view of the specific site, the specific location at the facility that you're looking at there. So then you'll go ahead and you'll choose the paper size. Now, if you're printing on a large paper, you'll see all the different options, and I'll go through those in the demo. Again, if you're just printing a simple PDF and you're trying to save that or share that, email that out, I do recommend 11 by 17 for the print size. The next step here is you'll choose your file type. So we have 2 different options. You have PDF or JPEG. That's really straightforward. I won't spend a whole lot of time on that. And then finally, where you do have some options, and I'll kind of go through an explanation of this, but you can actually choose what coordinate system you'd like to print in. So yeah, we'll go through a little bit of that as well. So the 3 different systems that we print in, really, you have state plane, which this allows us, this is the most general application. This is what you should be using each time you print, unless there's a couple examples where you might not want to do that. But this allows you to print in a flat map. So some of the other systems like WGS 84, that really gives you the lat long. And basically, I'll go through a little bit of this and explain that. But there's a curvature of the Earth. Basically, I don't know. As a kid, I don't know if you've ever colored Easter eggs, but I can remember trying to write my name on a little Easter egg on that round surface. Well, it's the same way when we go to print. So the curvature of the Earth actually bends the lines. You probably won't notice this too much on a small zoomed in print, but if you're zoomed out, there is some curvature and accuracy issues that can come up. So we pretty much recommend that you print in state plane in the flat map there. So yeah, again, we have this chat going up here on the right. Feel free to ask any questions. As I get the demo rolling, I'll probably ask our SiteMap team here to chime in if there's questions. I won't be able to see the chat once I screen share here, but you can see here, this is a Google Earth map, and all these red lines are basically the coordinate zones that allow you to print in a flat map. So our process actually allows you to go through, and it automatically selects what plane or what coordinate system that you're in. So if you use the state plane, you will be good to go. But this allows you to print flat. Like I said, there won't be any bending of the lines there. So I am zoomed in on a site here in SiteMap. And so really what we're looking at is, printing a couple different ways. So I've gone ahead and I've actually printed a screenshot of this. So down here, if you haven't used print before, you can come down here to the bottom left under print, click on print, and it's going to come up and give you the options. Now, like I mentioned, the basic print function, if you were just to hit print, just with all the settings that are set like right here, it'll just print a screenshot of what you see. So there won't be a print box or anything. It'll just print. You'll see that go into your downloads up here in the top right. When that is finished, it usually takes about 20 to 30 seconds, depending on how much line work and things like that are in the drawing itself. But that's how that works. So you can see a few of the options here. Like I mentioned, our default is set in state plane, but there are other coordinate systems and other applications where you could use that. Here's your scale. So if you click on this advanced options, this is going to allow and give you more options within the print box here. So one thing I usually select is this grid. This puts the northing and easting lines on the map when you go ahead and print. I like using that. I will show you something here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit just to kind of give me a smaller area here. You can set your scale bar. So the scale is just a slider. You can go as big or small as you need. I'm actually going to reset this, probably easier. So you can see here, it'll give you this box. You can move this box around. The first thing I would do is if you're printing to a PDF, I would use this 11 by 17. Like I said, it's going to give you the best fit basically for our mapping template there. So you'll click on that. Again, select the grid pattern. That gives you northing and easting. So if you're in there scaling and using that for reference, I'll show you how that comes out here in just a second. So yeah, after you get done with all that, that's going to give you your box. Again, you can make this, if you wanted to kind of hone this in and get a little smaller, you can make this box. Again, you can click on it, grab it, and move it around. And then once you kind of get the view you want, I do want this, you could change it to JPEG. I do want a PDF here. Our default is set in landscape. Like I said, I would print that the majority of the time just to fit our template better. Some of the sites that you'll have, the orientation is north and south, and you might just want that portrait view. You can do that, but like I said, it just fits our template better. So you go ahead and you hit print here. And like I said, this takes about 20 or 30 seconds. It's taking all the line work and all the colors and all the information. It's basically building a legend for you to view. This is just kind of helps detail what's on the map. It's going to tell you what site features are in a specific area of view as we go through here. So it is being a little bit slow, I would say, maybe because I'm screen sharing, but you'll see it populate here in my downloads in just a second here.
Nate, I'll just chime in and let you know that it probably is because we're running the live webinar. And
Sure.
if it doesn't catch up to you here in a second, we can go back into the PowerPoint. I have the drawing with the legend prepared.
Okay, Christine, I just switched over. I don't know if you can answer this, but I just switched my screen. Can you see that? Can you? I just showed the. Are you able to? I switched the screen over to the map view of the actual deliverable. Can you see that, or is it still on my SiteMap?
No, we can see it.
Okay, so basically, as you print this out, this is the screenshot I did on the basic function. It just was the zoomed out view. It gave me what's in the screen here. So yeah, you can see that it built a legend of all the features. You have your light poles and manholes and storm and sewer lines, water features. They're all color coded and detailed over here. You'll see the scale that it provided down here, and some site information in the bottom right. So this is a nice way if you need some, more official documentation of the site rather than just doing a screen grab. A lot of our teams, will use that at times. But yeah, if you need actually more of a CAD style map, that's the best way to do it here. So yeah, that's frozen up. So I don't know. Yeah, but that I don't know, Christine, if you want to go back to the slide, but that's a very simple, easy way to print right there in the platform itself. Yep, and this is great. So you can print custom views. So in one of our previous sessions, we went through and showed you different layers and how you can layer the information. Let's say you were printing a map where you only wanted to have the storm or sewer lines in view. You can actually sort that information and print those specific views. Maybe you just want the power. Maybe you have a contractor coming out and they want to see where the electrical system's at. You can actually filter those different items that way and print those views as well. So yeah, just a really clean and easy way to create a nice drawing there. So I will open it up for some questions at this time. Really, again, it's a pretty simple and easy process, but we wanted to show you this in more of a detailed way if you haven't used it. I get on with a lot of clients. I do a lot of reviews, and they're like, "Oh, I was just doing screenshots and things like that," and that's fine. But this is a way that it can build a legend, actually give you more of a formal map style printing view. So. I see the thumbs up, Josh. Yeah, let us know if you have any questions. Again, I'll give it here a few minutes. Are there any limitations on print sizes when exporting a job? Are there any limitations on print sizes? So there are some specific. Let me go back over here real quick. So really, our main print sizes, you'll see some options. Just like if you're a CAD user, you'll see some options in there. But we have like a 34 by 44 if you're trying to print the larger drawings. We actually had a client on a large project. They built a sequence of like 8 different drawings, and they printed them out. They were all like maybe 3 foot by 4 foot, and they printed those out and put those all together, on their sort of like a dig board wall. So yeah, you can use different sizes. Like again, if you're just using a PDF, I would use the standard 11 by 17, for that. So I hope that answered. Does that answer your question there, Charlie? Any other questions or anything at all? I can actually flip back over to the platform and I can walk you through some different stuff. Actually, I think I will do that real quick. So like I had mentioned before, so if over here in this layers, over here on the right side of the screen, you'll see this layers tab here. This is where you can hit the drop down for the GPRS utility layer. And this is, you can use the little eyeball icon here. You can turn those off and only print specific views. So like I said, if you wanted to just print the electrical system, you use the same format where you come back over here and print. And you can print that custom view of maybe a specific utility you're looking at there. So again, that's over here on the right under layers, and you can go through that process right there. So let's see. I don't know if this popped up, but if you can see my screen, I'm pulling up the little print sample that I did in the demo. It actually did finally download there. So it definitely was the platform. So, but that printed out, you can see the northing and easting lines on there. If you can see my screen, and those are all detailed on the screen. So, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this demo. I'm going to flip back over to the platform here and stop sharing. See if we have any other questions. I don't see any other questions, but we appreciate your feedback. We're going to be doing these every other Friday, where we're going through a feature in SiteMap. If you've missed any, we are posting those links on LinkedIn. You might see some information there. So if you need to schedule a live demo, or if you need to create your account in SiteMap, you can actually, up here in the top, I don't know what your screen looks like, but in the chat, there's chat, polls, and handouts. If you click on handouts, you'll actually see a download. It shows you how to create your account. It has some nice video links that you can get into, easily create your account. But I'm always available. Our customer service team here at SiteMap is always available to walk you through a live demo. If you need any help troubleshooting anything, we're here to support you. So it was great being here with you on this Friday, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. See ya.